Hey guys, we got a video. It's a little bit different today. In fact, we're kind of copy and pasting Badboy Beaman's video idea.
You stole it! You stole my idea!
Now, if you guys aren't familiar, recently Badboy Beaman did a hacker hunter tier list, placing hacker hunters in different tiers based off of what he felt that they brought to the table. And I'm gonna link that video down in the description, but today, I'm gonna do it a little bit different.
Now you're all in big trouble.
But I'm gonna use the link that he put. Otherwise, you know, he shouldn't have put the link if he didn't want people copying and pasting his video idea. Just saying. So on today's video, you guys finally get to figure out, what does Hapa think about the other hacker hunters?
Hooray for you. F you. You're all pricks.
What's up, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. I'm Hapa, and on today's video, like I said before in the intro, we're gonna pretty much copy and paste a video that Badboy Beaman recently did of a hacker hunter tier list. Now, I didn't add anybody to this list, so for guys like Shoft and Dre and some of the other smaller hacker hunters out there, some of the newer guys to see, I apologize. I was too lazy to clip your profile picture and add it to this list. Sorry. But keep doing what you're doing. But on today's video, the way I'm gonna do it is purely based off of opinions. I hope nobody, I just wanna say this up front, I hope nobody gets bent out of shape about me not listing them where they feel that they should be listed within the tier list. If you feel like I listed you too low, guys, I apologize from the onset. Hopefully you find motivation in that to channel that into your content to make better content for the community.
You're a real prick, you know that?
But with that being said, I'm ranking people based on their quantity of content, their quality of the content, their presentation of the content, and the quality of their presentation. In fact, I went through and thought about each one of these people before I decided to put this video together, and I wrote down a couple pros and cons about each and every one of them. So without further ado, let's get into ItsHapa's hacker hunter tier list. We're gonna work on that title. That kind of sucked. Let's see here. Who's first? AOI? Really? AOI first on the list. You mean this guy right here? This AOI?
Guess who's back? It's the old eggplant.
Yeah, we know. Fucking eggplant. I will give him this. He does a swell job of editing, you know, for a 3D eggplant. And I personally appreciate how he eggs people on in the Twitter threads and the comments section of YouTube. See what I did there? Eggs people on. No more dad jokes, I promise. But outside of that, he also does a great job of developing original content that builds off of existing content within the hacker hunter genre by making banger music out of clips that he samples from within the hacker hunter community. Shit, I think I gave AOI another Twitter clip. Embarrassing. He also lacks content of breaking down and exposing cheaters, although he's got some. He also lacks personal experience with cheating softwares, which I personally believe is necessary if you're going to class yourself within the hacker hunter community as a hacker hunter. And also one of the things that he's got going against him is he looks like Judy Garland with the bad case of the hives, hence the eggplant get up to hide it. So for those reasons, we're going to put AOI, we're going to put him in the C tier. Okay, let's see, who do we got next? Let's see, who the hell is Boston Daily? I don't know if I've ever heard of this guy. Reminds me of this whack dude that we have here in Ohio that pretends to be a rapper, but in all reality just makes a noise that hurts most people's ears. Hold F4. Yeah, that fucking guy. Ugh. Next up, we got Call of Shame, who I've noticed has pretty decent editing skills, and they're actually growing their channel at a pretty rapid pace there. So they definitely have a very good knowledge within the SEO of YouTube and Google. And it's definitely, I can see it's definitely helping their channel grow, which is good. Gets the word out there, gets awareness raised. And from what I understand, they've got a community of people generating this content, and they're also aggressive in their accusations. And they don't really dance around the issue whether or not they believe somebody's cheating, which leads me to the negatives in their case, which happen to be that they don't make content in which their explanations of the content are original explanations. Generally what I see, it's things that have already been explained in detail by people like myself and Badboy Beaman and other people on this list. And also, I don't know if this matters to people, but one of the negatives in my case is they don't put a face cam up or their real voice or anything. So it seems to be slightly less impactful what they're saying in those two regards. And I also noticed that they don't cover smaller streamers, which probably goes back to the SEO. Even myself, when I go to make a video about a smaller streamer, I already know there ain't gonna be a ton of views for somebody that you guys have never heard of. Now, weighing the pros and the cons to Call of Shame, I think that they go a little bit above AOI here just because of their dedication to changing within the community. And I think that they could eventually be on the S tier. But for now, they're going to land in the B tier. Next, we got Dimmy. Now, unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to fully explore Dimmy's channel. I've seen a few of his videos, and the one thing that I took away from Dimmy's channel was just the quality of the content. I think his intent's in the right place. I think he's headed in the right direction. The information's pretty good over there. I just think that the quality, you know, you're driving a lot of people away with that. That means that you got a lot of room to improve Dimmy. You got original content, original ideas over there. So hopefully you're one of these people, Dimmy, that I put on this list that actually take this as a motivation to create better content, reach more people. But that Dimmy's gonna go in the C tier. Next up, we got Goon Squad. Now, Goon Squad's actually multiple people, so they don't count as much. In fact, I'm gonna use a 0.5 multiplier for their score overall. I'm kidding, guys, I'm kidding. But you know, one of the things I like about Goon Squad is they created a forum by way of hosting customs to bring the community together so we could all interact with each other. Now, I haven't been privileged enough to be able to take part in one of these customs there. In fact, most of the time it's because I don't wake up early enough. But next time I have one, you guys can look forward to seeing me in it. And that's one of the big positives that I see from their channel. Now, one of the cons that I see from their channel is just the distinguishment in gameplay ability. And again, the lack of personal cheating experience. Unless I've missed something, I don't think that they've tested cheats. That's not to say that they can't bring valuable information to the table and they don't make the call right a lot of the time and I don't enjoy their content. I just think that you'd have to have both sides. And I'm not holding the fact that they've never tested cheats out against them. But at the end of the day, secondhand knowledge still is secondhand knowledge. And for those reasons, weighing the positives and the negatives for Goon Squad. And one of the things I really like about Goon Squad is they're able to get their point across without being super aggressive. And a lot of the times they leave it up to their audience to make the decision for themselves, which at the end of the day is, in my opinion, the best approach to this. I could tell you something all day long, but you've got to be the one to make your mind up about it. You're gonna put Goon Squad in the A tier because I like how they bring the community together, which was very, very valuable. So for that, you guys get A tier. Next up, Gustav Spielt. Man, I miss this guy. This guy was hilarious. He had a proper balance of aggressiveness with comedy. He mixed it perfectly. I admire that a lot about him. But he disappeared and he doesn't, to my knowledge, create content anymore. And if you're a fan of his work, it's probably because he's you know, fucking your mother.
I will now repeat myself by saying that I had an intense erotic time with your mother. But yes, I did fuck her. Call me daddy. Gustav out.
And for that exact reason, Gustav, man, he's going to, I can't put him up that high with no content. We're going B tier with Gustav. No, we're going C tier. That's not fair. We're gonna put him in P because he doesn't create content anymore. I think that's what that one's for. That's like the D and Q line, right? Up next, a buddy of mine, HopnDude, man. This dude's actually kind of a genius. Like Rain Man, but still a genius. And one thing that I wish we could see a lot more out of HopnDude is just content. I wish this guy, I understand if you know anything about HopnDude, he's got a beautiful family and a wonderful life outside of the hacker hunter community. But I wish we could see more content from him because everything this guy has done has brought absolute value to the community. But unfortunately, HopnDude being a married man with kids, he's not able to bring us that wonderful genius on a daily basis. So for that, HopnDude, you're going in B tier. Hopefully it motivates you to make more content and not spend your free time working on the truck. All right, who do we got next? Loaded Chach. Oh, that's that guy that I helped out a lot. And then he went in one ear and out the other because... And then he said he's gonna do something that made me unalive because Keyboard Warrior. Who do we have next? Puddin. Oh, Puddin. Hey, buddy. I happen to know something y'all don't know about Puddin. Might have got him a new computer. Might have fixed this old one up. The amount of content this man is about to start dropping on a consistent basis is gonna be insane. I can't wait to see what this guy's dropping in the near future, but I happen to know the secret is he now has the ability to generate a video that doesn't take 2 weeks to render. Hooray for the non-potato PC! But besides that, guys, Puddin's demonstrated he has a quality editing skills. He's a creative genius with great pop culture references within the memes and the little clips that he puts in his movies. I enjoy them thoroughly. And he's got a special angle within the community. He focuses on keeping the hacker hunters themselves honest. But aside from that, knowledge of personal cheats, limited access to gameplay, and, you know, basically just lack of breakdowns that affect, you know, the change with the cheaters. I'd say he's in a subcategory of hacker hunters all on his own. So to fairly rate him, I'd want to put him up here, but you guys would say that's favoritism, and it is. So I'm going to put him right here with AOI. Not saying that this is where the quality of their content is. I'm just making my list based off of how much somebody's exposed. Because trust me, a lot of you guys have way better quality content than I do. All right, who do we got next? Oof. Rage Against My Machine. Honestly, guys, I don't know what to say about Rage. I enjoyed his brand of humor and his type of content that he previously put out, but recently, I think he's lost sight of what's important and what the goals should be. If his goals are, you know, to have both sides of the spectrum dislike him, then I'm guessing he's happy that all is going according to plan. But honestly, nothing personal. The one reason a certain other creator didn't make this list is because he did and then denied once caught some of the same things that Rage has got going on with his channel and his credibility. And at the end of the day, credibility is key. And to be honest, credibility from a hacker hunter has less much margin for error than that of a streamer that's actually cheating. So for that, Rage, I got to put you in D. Sorry, buddy. And I hope that if Rage is upset about this, that he can channel that into improving his content. I hope that he can prove me wrong is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Rara. Let me think about some pros about Rara. Although I personally don't think Rara's a hacker hunter, more or less a debunker of hacker hunters, but he does bring a certain amount of game knowledge to the table in regards to game mechanics, and I'll be the first to admit it. I haven't played COD in months, recently jumped back in and definitely realized I have to relearn some aspects of the game. That and there's 360 damage points with fucking Serpentine on. That's awesome. Whoever made that change, you deserve an award for being a dumbass. But still, a lot's changed. It still sucks. The game's still terrible, and I still get tracked through walls a fair amount, but I digress. Rara definitely knows his way around some editing software, and I gotta be honest, I gotta give props where props are due. He has pretty good business sense. Use code Rara at checkout. Speaking of that, where the hell do I put the code in? Seriously, there's not a spot to put a code in here. Where the cons come in is simply put, you can't expect me to trust somebody that asked for my help for whatever reason in whatever capacity, accepted my help, and then for whatever reason attempted to throw me under the bus. From my point of view, for no reason at all. By attempting to discredit a person's experience and knowledge just to say you think you're better than me at what I do, I don't know, man. I don't really trust things that don't make sense. And that's where I'll leave that. Who's up next on the list? Oh, crikey, mate, Sgt Stressful. How's he on the hacker hunter list? I thought he got banned. Shouldn't he be on a different list? Just kidding, guys. We know that ban was bullshit. But listen, I don't really think Sarge classes himself as a hacker hunter. He focuses on what he does best, which is entertainment and comedy. I consider him more of a highly skilled streamer than I would that of a hacker hunter. But, you know, he's got some notches on his belt in regards to, you know, exposing people. And to be honest with you, there's not that many negatives about Sgt Stressful, other than he's been called the great value brand Dr. Disrespect that only eats low-calorie, fat-free cement. But for actually having advertising for Z Boner and Tim the Fartman play on their respective YouTubes, that's legendary. You get at least a B tier for that one, my friend. Up next, we got Sliash, who's very new to the scene, so he's got tons and tons of room for improvement. And he's very good at labeling his opinion, and a fact. So you definitely can rely on the fact that he's not one of these guys that get emotionally charged and say things they don't think, but they feel and believe. One of the negatives that's gonna go against him at this point, obviously, is just lack of content. And also, after I looked at his channel, there's a little bit of lack of SEO knowledge, and you know, you need that to get your content discovered. And Sliash, if you see this, feel free to reach out to me. I'll give you a free lesson in SEO, as will probably anybody else on this list. So Sliash, next time we do a tier list, you're gonna end up higher, but for right now, it's C tier for you, buddy. Next, we got Tonezilla. Again, another very new content creator who's got tons of room for improvement. And Tonezilla was recently unjustly targeted with a false copyright strike by IQ, who he gave his opinion on IQ's gameplay. And the way he handled it by reaching out to those around him with the poise of a professional, you've got to respect that. And also, you can definitely see video by video, this guy's content is definitely improving. But again, there's a lack of quantity when it comes to the content. And also, I don't think that he has personal experience with cheats. Tone, I can't wait to see you improve on your content and see where your channel eventually goes. Right now, you're going to C tier. Keep it up, guys. Next, we got TinoRW. He's very new to the scene. He has also lots of room for improvement. But one of the things that's unique about Tino is that he came into the scene after finding out one of his favorite streamers, Capture, was cheating. He felt absolutely betrayed. He committed himself to exposing cheaters and has absolutely fantastic high energy. You're not gonna fall asleep watching a TinoRW video. That's for sure. And I also see the quality of his content improving with each and every video, so that's definitely a positive. He streams COD on YouTube, and he also has a pretty firm grasp of game knowledge, mechanics, and ability. One thing that's gonna take away from Tino right now is the fact that he's ran into a large amount of detractors, especially for, you know, size of his channel, and especially the one clip he claims was evidence of wall hacks, but others I haven't thought so. But all things considered, high energy, in-depth of research, and a personal passion for it, Tino's going on the B tier, but I have a feeling we're going to see Tino on S tier one day. Next, we got Outtro. Outro's recently reached out to me for advice, and it demonstrates his intent. He's definitely not trying to make videos for views. He actually has a personal motivation behind this, and he wants to make sure he gets it right. So he's not just smearing somebody's good name for something that's not true. But the one thing that's going to take away from him as it pertains to this list right here is just the fact that he's now just returning to content creation. So I definitely look forward to his future content. But as for now, because of the lack of the content, he hasn't been around, he's going to go into the C tier right now. But he's going to move up, guaranteed. Now, another person, WhySoSerious, discovered patents that are absolutely key to understanding what is actually going on behind the scenes, the things that don't meet the naked eye. Things like patents for skill-based damage nerfs and other things that have been outright denied by the dev studios and Activision. More on that in some future videos. One of the worst things though is this guy doesn't create content anymore. But for his contributions that let us know we're not wearing tinfoil hats, that this stuff is legitimately a possibility. Not only legitimately a possibility, it's probably happening. Why else would you have a patent on it? For those reasons, he's going in the A tier. He'd be in the S tier, but he just stopped making content. All right, who do we got up next? Oh, Headdband. Okay. Most you know, we have a very long history of back and forth. Well, not really back and forth. He blocked me long before he ever made content with my name. And I'm not gonna rehash old dramas, but that doesn't change the fact that Headdband and what he offers by way of his content is very useful to the community. He has knowledge and experience with cheats and has demonstrated that he's capable of above average gameplay, not only in the knowledge, but ability, because I believe those two components in some form or another is completely necessary to accurately create hacker hunter content. Listen guys, all history aside, nothing between myself and Headdband should detract from the overall goal we're both trying to reach here. We both make content that's geared towards shedding light on not only cheaters, but the hypocrisy of the industry as a whole. We're on the same team, whether we like to admit it or not. And to answer a question I keep getting in my chat and in my comments in my videos, do I think Headdband still cheats? Answer to that question is, I haven't watched his content in a long time. So on principle, I won't make any judgments either way. But I will say that I really don't care, to be honest. If he is cheating, still doesn't invalidate his opinions on who is or isn't cheating. In fact, it does the opposite. It validates his opinions. There's tons of people making money hand over fist using all sorts of nefarious advantages, while legitimately sweaty streamers and good content creators alike get the shaft and are gatekept by those doing all the bullshit. And at the end of the day, these types of people are the real problem. You can even ask Headdband. I'm sure he'd agree. And furthermore, here's an open invitation to Headdband. I don't have him blocked on Twitter. My DMs are always open if he agrees with me, at a minimum, for the community's sake. We should bury the hatchet. But because I'm narcissistic and there's only one person meeting the S tier today, I'll put you in S tier if you reach out to me. Otherwise, you're staying in A tier, buddy. All right, and that just leaves me, like I said, only one in S tier today. And hey, listen, that completes our list of ItsHapa's Hacker Hunter tier list.
You don't forgot one, dumbass.
Oh, I did there. Didn't even notice that. Ah, the founder of this genre, BBB, Badboy Beaman. What can be said about BBB that hasn't already been said thousands of times in the shower rooms of Liverpool prisons? But honestly, if there was no BBB, there would be no Hapa, there would be no Hacker Hunter genre, or at least it wouldn't be where it is today. Sure, someone would have eventually got the idea to start creating this type of content, but would that person have also inspired so many more to follow in his footsteps on a path leading to hopefully a cheat-free gaming community. I've been gracious enough to have been a fan of his work for a little over 2 years now, and looking back, it's been an absolute joy for me, and I'm sure many more of you, to watch his channel and his content evolve. The quality of his content and his channel rapidly grow into what it's become today. Cons? Oh, shit. He writes for his newspaper. Oh, that's right. He's got giant ears, propensity for sporting black eyes, and also has a tendency to share the appearance of Judy Garland, struggling with a wicked case of the hives. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you fancy a share, you can hit that button too. Share it on any social, I don't care. Send it to your mom in DMs. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do that later. But if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so YouTube never lets you miss another upload or when I go live. And with that, you guys have made it through another video. I've been HopnDude, and in the wise words of Bruce Jenner, who said, you have to train your mind like you train your body. I might catch you guys on the next one. I don't know about it after that one. Wow.